Welcome back, YouTubers. GreaseNut86 here, and yep, you guessed it, we're still underneath this old truck. Now I want to talk about seals, and no, I don't mean the cute and cuddly kind that bark when they're swimming up and down the coastline of the ocean, or when you're out fishing and you see them on the TV, on National Geographic or Discovery Channel. Now we'll talk about the other kind of seals, the kind of seals that keep gases and liquids contained inside their original housings or intended devices. This here, what you're looking at, yep, you guessed it, that's the oil pan drain plug and the oil pan. That's the bell housing right there for the transmission. So this is a oil leak. Yes, I know what kind of leak it is, where it's coming from rather, and I know how bad it is. It's actually not that bad. It's a pretty easy fix. If we were to give it a beer scale of 1 to 10 beers, you could finish this in about 4 beers. Anyhow, but a lot of people see oil like that down there. They come out and they move their car, they park somewhere else, and they see oil on the ground. Oh my goodness, there's plenty of places where oil can come from, considering you got anywhere from 4 to 8 quarts of oil cycling through an engine, and so many different seals on this vehicle or vehicles. But like I said, in this case, this one's a oil pan gasket or oil pan seal. Anyway, you get down here and you look and you see something down by the drain plug. Well, you got to remember, that's the lowest part, and it is at a slight angle, so that's where most of your oil is going to be pulling up and dripping from. So people think it's something simple like that, and it very well could be something simple like the oil pan drain plug gasket or seal. Could be a loose oil filter. On this particular truck, it's not, it also has an oil cooling adapter which mounts right above the oil filter. Let's see if I can get you in here to see it. It's kind of dark. Yeah, actually you can't see it. Right here with my finger. Right there, that's just a plate. But if I needed additional oil cooling, say I had some pretty cool modifications on this truck, I'd have some additional lines going into there where oil can flow through and cool better, faster. Anyway, there's a little seal or gasket in there. That one kind of goes bad periodically. That'll give you the appearance of a leaky oil filter or something or another. Another one is a rear main. Now this one does not have a rear main seal, oddly enough, right? Sure, we see a little bit of oil up there, but a lot of that is just backwash, hence all this grease buildup from oil and dirt getting built up. This is fresh oil. I just came down here and cleaned it the other day for the 3rd time to truly determine where my leak was coming from. Now if you look up there, get my hand out of the way, that bolt right there and the one right in front of it and that bolt right there, those are for the oil pans, and there's many more that go around it, but that's between the bottom of the block and that pan. That's where my oil pan gasket and or seal is. That's where my leak's coming from. It's primarily coming from the rear here, and like I said, a lot of your fluids will drain back to the rear, as that's where it kind of angles back towards. Now one of the ways you can tell if it's your pan gasket or if it's even your valve covers or your head gaskets. If it's a head gasket, you got a whole nother big issue. You're going to be blowing white smoke because you're getting antifreeze cycled through there as well. But anyway, valve covers. If you look up as far up into this section on the side of the block itself and you see oil up there, it's coming from a valve cover. If you don't see oil up in that section, it's coming from the pan gasket. If you don't see drops of oil up there on these bolts like that, it's not a pan gasket. If it's just coming from right up here, that's that oil cooling adapter plate. Could be even coming right, like I said, from the oil filter. How did that happen? Well, either one, the filter's not on tight enough, or two, you got doubled up seals, meaning you didn't take the seal off and check for the old seal from the previous filter when they're doing the oil change. So you got doubled up seals up there. Unfortunately, you got to drain the oil and put new oil in to replace that. Now the other one's a rear main seal. Rear main seal is a pain in the keister to get to. Yeah, you got to take that bell housing cover off. You got to drop the transmission, pull it back a little bit, and it's a $15 or $20 part, but you got to completely disassemble all of this crap up here to get to it. Now, another kind of seal we'll talk about in the next video is exhaust. Actually, we'll talk about it right now. There's multiple points where you've got seals and gaskets for your exhaust. One is at the manifold, where it mounts to the block itself. Yeah, it's those tubes that come off the side of your engine. Those are your exhaust manifold blocks, or tubes rather. There's a gasket in there that'll over time heat up and expand and shrink with the temperature change and fluctuation based on winter or summer driving conditions and how much you drive the vehicle. The other one is up at the collector pipe. When I mean collector pipe, I mean if you were to follow this pipe all the way up to where it meets the header pipe, there's another gasket that goes in there, and sometimes that leaks. So if you're sitting at idle, you got the radio off or the windows down, and you're in the parking lot and you hear a ticking noise, kind of like a psst, psst noise, more so than a ticking, rather, that's an exhaust leak. You replace that seal. Everything, like I said, where there's a gas or a liquid, there is a seal on these vehicles, and if you got fluids coming from it, you got to change that seal out, because when that fluid or gas is gone, well, guess what? You're going to run into issues later on down the road. The last place you want to be with an issue is on the highway, going to your favorite spot. All right, hopefully that helps. Grease Nut 86 out.